Esta rueda de prensa posterior al Consejo de la Unión Europea en su formación de Agricultura, para la cual contamos con el ministro de Agricultura, Pesca y Alimentación, Luis Planas, y con el comisario Wojciechowski, que nos contarán las vicisitudes del debate antes de responder a todas sus preguntas. Sin más, le cedo la palabra al ministro.
Muy bien, pues muchas gracias. Buenas noches. Comparezco con el comisario de Agricultura, Janusz Wojciechowski, para darles cuenta del resultado de la parte relativa a Agricultura y Alimentación de este Consejo Agrifish, que empezó en el día de ayer y que concluirá pues esta noche o mañana, en función del resultado de la parte relativa a pesca. Pero ahora les vamos a informar exclusivamente de lo que hoy hemos debatido. He presidido el quinto y último Consejo de Ministros de Agricultura y Pesca bajo presidencia española, cuya negociación pesquera, como decía un momento, continúa mientras se celebra esta rueda de prensa. Como presidencia hemos llevado a cabo un intenso trabajo basado en el diálogo y en la colaboración para acercar posturas y lograr consenso en los temas agrarios. Y en esta segunda jornada del Consejo de Agricultura y Pesca hemos debatido temas de gran calado y de gran importancia. En Agricultura hemos abordado el análisis del primer año de aplicación de los planes estratégicos de la política agrícola común. Este primer año ha reflejado la importancia de los planes estratégicos y la relevancia de esta nueva PAC para contribuir a la sostenibilidad económica, social y medioambiental del conjunto del sector. Y desde la presidencia española hemos apostado porque, y lo hemos dialogado con la Comisión, los procedimientos, en su caso de modificación o adaptación de los planes estratégicos, sean simples y ágiles para poder responder con celeridad a las circunstancias sobrevenidas. Yo creo que esto es muy importante y hemos valorado también con la Comisión, con el comisario, el éxito que supone esta nueva política agrícola común y los planes estratégicos en su primer año de implementación, cosa que nos parece muy importante. Y además de los debates de hoy, quiero extraer una conclusión política para agricultores y ganaderos que, sin duda, también escucharán el mensaje del ministro y del comisario. No vamos a pedirles mayores exigencias si no existe un apoyo adicional. Es decir, que tengan claro que desde el punto de vista de la estabilidad y de la predictibilidad de lo que suponen los apoyos públicos de la PAC y del trabajo que llevan a cabo, estamos y queremos lograr una estabilidad, como decía hace un momento, y predictibilidad que suponga, en definitiva, un mensaje de tranquilidad basado en la realidad. Y hemos constatado que este primer año ha permitido contribuir a dotar de certidumbre y de seguridad a la actividad agraria. Esta mañana también hemos discutido sobre un tema muy importante, en presencia de la comisaria Estela Kyriakides, en relativo a las nuevas técnicas genómicas. Hemos intentado alcanzar un enfoque o posición común. No es un tema sencillo, nos hemos quedado muy cerca, pero vamos a continuar trabajando hasta el 31 de diciembre, si es posible, bajo presidencia española, para intentar completar lo que nos falta, que es muy poquito. No ha sido una tarea fácil, es un debate muy sensible, a veces muy emocional. Creo que es importante colocar la ciencia por delante y lo que tenemos ante nosotros. Y lo que tenemos ante nosotros es una nueva tecnología que, basada en el contexto actual, puede permitirnos en las producciones agroalimentarias mejor adaptadas al cambio climático y, evidentemente, estoy hablando, entre otras cosas, por ejemplo, de la sequía, y más accesibles para nuestros agricultores. Tras 8 reuniones técnicas durante el semestre presidido por España, debemos afrontar este debate con determinación, porque creemos que va a contribuir, sin duda, a reforzar nuestra autonomía estratégica y nuestra seguridad alimentaria. Tenemos ante nosotros una gran oportunidad, pero hay que hacer todo lo posible para que con la presidencia entrante, con Bélgica, podamos concluir con el Parlamento Europeo, si ello es posible, en esta legislatura, esta nueva legislación. Porque, si no, no podrá adoptarse antes de 2025 y estaremos perdiendo el tren del progreso científico y tecnológico en el cual nuestros competidores y socios comerciales están ya en él. También hemos presentado un informe de progreso sobre la propuesta de reglamento de uso sostenible de productos fitosanitarios. Ustedes saben que el pasado 22 de noviembre el Parlamento Europeo rechazó la propuesta de la Comisión. Va a ser difícil, ya lo comenté esta mañana, el que alcancemos un acuerdo antes de las próximas elecciones del mes de junio, pero, sin embargo, el objetivo continúa ahí. Reducir y hacer más sostenible la producción agroalimentaria continúa siendo un objetivo necesario. Hemos discutido esta tarde el último tema que hemos abordado, las llamadas directivas del desayuno, que son un tema en el cual hemos concluido satisfactoriamente el acuerdo en el seno del Consejo y ahora iniciará la presidencia belga las negociaciones con el Parlamento Europeo. Creo que es un tema muy importante. Como consumidor y no solo como ministro, me siento muy satisfecho de que hayamos adoptado una postura que es la que deseaba también en nuestro sector apícola en relación con la norma de comercialización de la miel, es decir, identificación de país de origen y los porcentajes correspondientes de las mezclas. También hemos presentado en el curso del día de hoy, como presidencia, un informe del progreso relativo a los reglamentos sobre producción y comercialización de material vegetal y forestal. También la Comisión nos ha informado de la nueva propuesta legislativa sobre bienestar animal, un asunto crucial importancia, pero que es en este debate una cuestión, lógicamente, a medio y largo plazo en función de las fechas. Y yo creo que es muy importante tener en cuenta no solo el impacto sectorial, sino también sobre el tejido socioeconómico. Hemos discutido, por tanto, temas muy importantes para el conjunto de la Unión Europea. También hemos mantenido esta tarde un debate muy importante y muy interesante. Sin duda, el comisario, algún comentario al respecto sobre la situación de los mercados agrícolas en la Unión Europea, que ha sido de un gran interés. Antes estos debates se celebraban 2 veces al año, una vez por semestre, prácticamente desde el comienzo de la guerra en Ucrania, comisario, ¿verdad, Llanos? Prácticamente los hacemos casi cada mes. Y este es un reflejo de la preocupación que tenemos la Comisión, los Estados miembros, sobre la situación de los mercados agrarios. Por tanto, hemos aprovechado este semestre, y hago simplemente balance del Consejo de hoy, no del conjunto del semestre, para avanzar en temas muy importantes. Quiero agradecer a la Comisión Europea, a la Secretaría General del Consejo y a todos los Estados miembros el esfuerzo que han llevado a cabo, y ya lo hice en el día de ayer, pero lo reitero hoy, también a todos ustedes, a todos los periodistas y medios de comunicación, su interés por comunicar a los ciudadanos todo cuanto respecta a la actividad europea y, en particular, en materia de agricultura y de pesca.
Gracias, ministro. Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And first of all, I'd like to thank and to congratulate Luis Planas for the very successful Spanish presidency in the this is not the end of the presidency, but the last meeting under presidency of Luis Planas as a Spanish Minister of Agriculture. But also I'd like to congratulate Luis for your renewal of your mandate as the Spanish Minister of Agriculture. Great success. And Luis Planas started his mandate in June 2018, but it's important because it was the time when the first proposal of the first communication from the Commission was presented the concept of the common agricultural policy reform. And I remember I was not in the Commission at the time. I was in the European Court of Auditors. Also was debate about the court presented its opinion on about the reform, and there was a lot of concerns in many places, many opinions, especially from farmers' organizations, but also in the European Parliament, also in the Court of Auditors' opinion, that system of eco-scheme will be difficult. There is a risk of the farmers will be not able to applicate in this system, which will be very difficult for administration. And of course, now there is maybe too early to say that this is the full success of the reform. But this is the first positive signal of the success of reform. Thank you, Luis, that you mentioned this, that eco-schemes and the main concern, which was all time during our debate about the reform, main concerns about the eco-schemes, we can say that it was not, we can not observe in the practice, because there is no risk that part of the CAP budget, direct payment, will be not spent. No, the interest of the farmers is higher than it was expected. In some member states there is a different problem, because more farmers, more applications than it was expected to the eco scheme. We know that there is higher interest than it was expected. But this is the success. Of course, we will see this is the first year of implementation. We will monitor, we will observe what is the what will be the further experience, but this is very, very, very positive signal. And the discussion was, for example, about the CAP strategic plans, stability from one hand, the flexibility from other. Of course, I think that we have the balanced approach. Member states have flexibility. For example, for amendments to the strategic plans. From other hand, farmers need to be sure about their future, and it is argument for not to change too many times. But I think we are on a good track, and this is, as I said, I agree with Luis Planas, Minister Planas, that this is the first important signal of success of our reform. Discussion about the market situation, especially in the context with Ukraine. I can say that, first of all, that solidarity lanes are functioning well, that from May 22 to November 23, the Ukrainian grain and oilseed export was 93 million tons, but 58 million tons via solidarity lanes. This is achievement in the very, very difficult circumstances. And now there is a problem of, it was, we could hear during the debate concerns about some increase of imports from Ukraine. There are sectors which we should monitor the situation. This is the poultry, this is the situation in sugar import, because we can observe the huge increase of the amount, the volume of import. I declared during the debate that we need, in further debate about the potential prolongation of the ATM regulation, autonomic trade measures, that we need to have some safeguard, appropriate safeguard instrument to react if the import will be too high and disruptive for our market. There was a debate also about maybe the last thing. It was interesting and important intervention from the Latvian delegation about the import from Russia. There are no restriction of the food import from Russia, agri-food import from Russia to the European Union. The scale of this import was 2022 just about 1 million tons of cereals and 1.5 million tons of oilseeds. And the Latvian delegation presented the position that this import should be stopped. And I declared that the Commission will seriously consider the situation, because we have the problem with import with Ukraine, but in this circumstances, import from Russia is this is the unfair benefit for the country which is aggressor. It was the main topics of the discussion, and once again, congratulations for Luis Planas for very successful Spanish presidency. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Abrimos ahora el turno de preguntas. Adelante.
Thank you. Sara Johansson, ATL. I was just thinking, there was no agreement on MGTs today, and there was only a discussion on SUR. I was hoping the Minister could maybe say something more about what do you think it would mean for EU agriculture if neither MGT nor SUR reaches the finish line before the EU elections? Thank you.
Well, I hope it's not the case, but if you ask me about what is my, can we say, my forecast and also my vision of the things, is that there are two necessary elements for the future of a sustainable agri-food production inside the EU, not only for our consumption, but also for international markets. Let me concentrate on the first topic and after on the second one. On NGTs, I think on NGTs we have done really, the Commission proposal was presented on the 7th of July. Today is 11th of December. We have done really, as I mentioned before, I think a great, not only rush, but intense work on technical level, more than 8 meetings, more than 1 day, councillors meetings, COREPER meetings, 2 ministerial formal meetings, plus the informal in Córdoba. We have been doing a real effort because we are on the end of the mandate on the, can we say, institutional legislature of the European Union, with the coming European elections and a new Commission coming out in 2024, but as I said before, it's urgent that we adapt our techniques of production and our new technological means to the objectives that we have on food production for the near future. And I have to say that one of the great efforts that we are doing is the distinction between, can we say, what we can be considered as simple and natural changes, so category 1 to category 2, and I think that all these things and also the ones related to the patents and others have been discussed with member states. It was a very and is a very complex file. We are doing that on full transparency. Our citizens, our consumers have to be reassured that is not only a full transparency, but a full reassurance about the safety, about what we are doing, and we are sure about that because we have scientific advice on our side. But as I said, it's a very complex file, and we have been very, very close to reach this general agreement. So is why I think that we have still some time till the end of the year, if we can, to reach this general agreement. And I think will be, can we say, a step forward, very important in the legislative discussion inside the EU. We cannot abandon a technique that's in fact the one that will be one of the main tools to confront situations related to climate change, and the one of drought and the new, can we say, plagues that we can have will be an excellent instrument to confront these situations. Concerning sugar, the situation is different. I have to say that I didn't want to enter in a judgment of the decision from the European Parliament. There are two legislative branches. You know well, Article 189 of the Functioning Treaty of the European Union. So we have in parallel two activities, one in the Council, one in the European Parliament. I understand that in the discussion the rapporteur put it forward proposals that were even beyond the proposals of the European Commission, and no consensus was obtained on our side. We continue, and we have been, and I presented today a report about what we call the sensible zones, and also what is the use of the phytosanitary products, for example, with new techniques with drones, and also the question not exactly of the, can we say, national targets. We have inspired ourselves with the directive of 2009 to use the reference that are mentioned in the directive of 2009 to judge the, can we say, the behavior of member states towards this reduction of phytosanitary products, of pesticides, that seems to us absolutely necessary for the immediate future. I understand there are worries about. I always mention the necessary balance between profitability of our farmers and their business and sustainability, and we cannot confront the one to the other. We need to obtain, and can we say, the basic support for sustainability is profitability. Without profitability, there is no chance of sustainability, and I think that is a basic argument. But I realize that it's very complex after the position taken by Parliament to reverse before the European elections this position. But in any case, we have to continue to work. Europe is like that. I have some experience about the European Union previous to my present position, and I have to say that we have always to be confident in the future. And always Europe is about moving forward and moving up, and we have to confront the challenges that we have in front of us. I remain optimist, and I think if we can make progress before the European election, excellent. If not, we will continue working, because I think that we have to confront the situation. And basically, not only the geopolitical problems that the Commission was referring to, that also are very, very important, and also to ensure, can we say, the food security for our citizens in the European Union, but also the challenges derivated from the climate change situation.
Gracias, ministro. Siguiente pregunta, por favor.
Arthur Babas for Context. Thank you very much for this press conference. I have a question for the presidency concerning new genomic techniques. In your opinion, what was missing today to reach an agreement on this proposal, and what aspects of the text should have been modified to in order to gather the agreement of countries that expressed their disapproval of this proposal, such as Poland. Thank you.
Well, it's very difficult to say just in a nutshell what are as I mentioned before, the file is a very complex one. I think that this differentiation between Category 1 and Category 2, that surely you know, is the basis for our action. A simplified procedure concerning equivalence for Category 1, and a more complex one related to Category 2 is the same approach that has been taken, for example, by the UK or by the United States already, and so we are under pressure to in fact to have this legislation on board and in practice. I mentioned before patents. There is not the only issue, the one of organic farming. we are already prepared to exclude organic farming from the application of the new techniques just to ensure a consensus with some member countries. Also, I mentioned patents, organic farming, and also questions related with the opting out that some member countries want to include, for example, for Category 2, but it's very clear that we cannot include for Category 1 if we didn't want to kill, can we say, the content of the proposal. Just to mention the 2 or 3 basic things. Each member country has a different position. Some member countries have been in favor. The debate was a public debate. Probably you have followed it. Some others abstain, and some others has been contrary to the decision. Well, you mentioned Poland. There has been, I understand, in the last hours a change, a political change in Poland. I am very, can we say, prudent about the conclusions to take about, but it's clear that this opens a new window too for a change of position of one member country key for the adoption of the, can we say, of the majority necessary for the general approach. But not only about that, we continue to work with all the member countries without exclusion to try to make progress and to go forward about this very important proposal from the European Commission that ourselves, the Council, has requested to the Commission. So we have been in the origin after the ruling of the Court of Justice to ask the Commission to move forward, presenting as he has done proposals on the issue.
Gracias. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta en la sala? Bueno, pues tampoco veo preguntas a través de la conexión online. Podemos dar por terminada esta rueda. Muchas gracias.
If you allow me, I want publicly to thank the European Commission and particularly Janusz Wojciechowski, the Commissioner responsible for agriculture. It has been not only, and we will continue to work together till the end, at least till the end of the Commission, not only a pleasure, but can we say a real, can we say, friendship relation and constructive relation that you always had with Spain and particularly with me as Minister of Agriculture. And I want to thank you publicly about, and I hope we can continue this very positive relation between the Commission and Spain for the forthcoming months and years. Thank you very much to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Luis. Okay.